justified. After 400 years in slavery, God brought them, hey, to the promised land. That's so. Hey, Liberia can testify. Yeah. After 14 years, I say nothing is too hard. Yeah. For God, I said nothing is too hard. Yeah, nothing is too hard. Ooh, for Jehovah, you know nothing is too hard. Mama, mama, Jehovah, mama, mama. We steady to hold on, 'cause we shed tears too long. We need to call on. Though impossible can be possible if you make yourself available. So I say nothing is too hard for you. I say nothing is too hard. Yeah, it's too hard. Hallelujah. Are you serious? Hey,
My God. Come on.
Daddy, you the God of mine. Yeah, ooh, hey, oh, hi, nothing, Daddy, yeah, nothing is too hard. Nothing is too hard. Nothing is too hard. Hey, nothing is too hard. Oh, yeah, nothing. Nothing is too hard. I said nothing is too hard. Nothing is too hard. You may be going through stagnation. You may be homeless. No food on your table. You may lose your job. Starvation is your portion. I want you to know that God will provide for you. You will get it a daily bread. God is able.
hearken to his command. It is then that we shall rise, we shall pursue, we shall overtake, and we shall conquer all of our adversaries, and we shall shout. Thank
Hi, my friend. I want to plead with you to please buy our original CDs with the silver stickers on them. Buying special recording or pirated work is killing us. The money you pay to the pirate or for special recording don't come to the artist. And so I plead with you to please look out for the original CDs with the silver stickers on them and help move your artist forward. Thank you.
For you, mama, mama, even in the rainy day, you were always there beside me, mama. I thank God for you, mama, mama. I thank God for you, mama, mama. I thank God for you, mama, even through the rainy days, you were always there beside me, mama. I thank God for you, mama. Let me tell you a story about a girl and her mother. The girl was so beautiful for the eyes to behold, but her mother was disfigured, so bad for eyes to see. And because of this, the girl despised her mother. She told her mother, anytime you see me with my friends, find somewhere to hide until my friends have gone away. And so I taught love, mama, obey every day. Yeah, mama, anymore. It was one afternoon, mama went to sleep. The girl came again with her friends, and they were having fun time. Mama woke up, not knowing they were around. When she entered the living room, behold a girl and her friends. When she saw her mama, she ran to her mama. Who told you to show your face? They did not tell you to hide yourself. Whenever my friends are around, yeah, mama, our friends began to ask, who's that woman that is so ugly? And she said, don't mind that woman, I don't know where she comes from. When her friends were gone, she went blasting and ranting at mama. Then mama began to cry, hey, oh, no more. She said, my daughter, I want to tell you a fun story. Why you see me this way? It was not my fault. It was one bright morning when you were only a baby. I bathed you very well, and I fed you very well. Then I put you to sleep, but there was no one around to help you. Then I ran to the market to prepare food for your papa. On my way back, the whole house was on fire. Everybody was shouting and weeping and running in total confusion. But I knew through the fire, my baby was there. And I knew through the fire, oh, my future was there. I ran through the fire, not for wedding ring. I ran through the fire, not for fine clothes. I ran through the fire, not to get any money. But I ran through the fire to take my baby with me. That's why you see, I got burned from head to toe. That's why you see, I'm so ugly from head to toe. Your father abandoned me because of my condition. Even my people too, they left me because of my condition. So are you?
Let me inform our audience that today will be a flashback of the year 2023. So let's start with this clip right now.
Are dying for curable diseases. 5 years along the line, they are reducing the budget of the health sector. In this year's budgetary appropriation, the health sector has received reduction of budgetary appropriation. The masses of the people are neglected and abandoned. 5 years along the line, the education sector is in tatters. 5 years along the line, the University of Liberia is in feculence. 5 years along the line, Federal Liberia. 5 years along the line, the 19,736 employees of the education sector of the Republic are subjected to 92 million, while the final ministry of 920 staffers have experienced astronomical budgetary increment from 60 million to 152 million. Yo! 5 years, government has failed us. Yo, yo. Yo! Yo! Say enough is enough. Yo, yo. Yo! 5 years along the line, more than 16,000 students at the University of Liberia, 1,759 employees at the University of Liberia continue to be subjected to 17 million. While the President of the Republic of Liberia, a single individual budget is increasing from 2 million to 5 million. 5 years along the line, there is nothing called happiness in the Republic of Liberia. All looter of the state. Yo, yo. 5 years along the line, the legacy is corruption. If it is not 16 billion, it is 25 million. If it is not 25 million, it's the abuse of the 24.8 million intended for the national reform. And we are disappointed in the national legislature that they can come here and conspire against the Liberian people to backdate an agreement while the element Minister Tue was caught in a GSC report. But the elements here do not have the balls to bring that monster criminal to tax and subject him beyond the rusty bar. Yo, you're letting loot us. Yo, yo. 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 So 5 years along the line, we have come to inform the Liberian people, we have come to inform the national legislature that on July 26th, the Student Unification Party will boycott the July 26th and organize the masses of the Liberian people in the street to protest in demand of structural repair in their conditions and in demand of fixing the country because the country is not at the service of the Liberian people. In this life, fellow Liberians and fellow students, we will turn over to the Secretary General of the Student Unification Party. We will present the Chairman of the Student Unification Party. To present the petition of the Student Unification Party. We will have legitimizing the position of the Student Unification Party. Because we are about to take the masses of the people. Viva, social justice, academic freedom, viva! Where do? Comrades and friends, fellow Liberians, members of the Liberian Senate, fellow pressmen and women, from the inner sanctum of the Student Unification Party, we convey to you our fraternal greetings. And today we've come not just to demonstrate our dismay, not just to demonstrate our disappointment in the way the affairs of the Liberian society have been run for the last 5 years under the We Are stewardship, but we've come to say to the legislature as well that given responsibility by the mass of the Liberian people to come here and to represent them, means that you have to work in the best interest of the people by performing laws and policies that will improve their well-being or their welfare. But the last 5 years have been different. So a few days ago, by member of the 31st Central Committee and Politburo of the Student Unification Party, the chairman of the Student Unification Party gave a position statement on the issue of independence celebration this year. And we are very emphatic and unequivocal. There is nothing worth celebration or nothing worth to be celebrated this year independence. And there's not just the first time of the Student Unification Party for those of you who want to ask. 2018, we boycotted independence celebration because the president refused to declare his asset. And here we are again. 5 years down the line, the hallmark of governance in the society is corruption. Mendacity and plundering of the state resources at the disadvantage of the mass of the Liberian people who suffer the heft of poverty in this country. So it is against the backdrop that we've come here today to decisively address the issue of corruption precisely at Legix. A few weeks ago, the AICC submitted the final report of the investigation of corruption saga at Legix, the Ministry of Agriculture, Water and Sewer, and the list go on. But it was amazing to note that since then, the president of this country was heard on a local radio decisively defending corruption. And the Minister of Justice or the Ministry of Justice has done nothing to prosecute those who are being indicted by the AICC. So today we've come as part of our campaign launch a few days ago to face this country. Facing this country is facing a legislature that will do the business of the Liberian people. Facing this country means you have to deal decisively with the issue of corruption and bad governance. Well, 5 years down the line, State Department report on this country has been very wrong and it has been tragic. The issue of human rights, corruption, rule of law, everything, Liberia is lagging behind. So as an institution bestowed with the spirit to struggle for the dignity of our people by our history, we are here today to give a position statement on the corruption saga at Legix. Professor Francis Ray is Lieutenant General or Director General in Wilmer Smith and that of Lawrence George. They were caught in a cobweb of corruption and nothing is being done. So we've come to implore the Liberian Senate that you have to pressure the Ministry of Justice to ensure that these people account for everything they've done against the interests of the society. So at this point, before we usher in the chairman, you must understand that on the 26th, we are clear with this message that we'll boycott independence and we'll be having a mass protest rally. We've talked to the security apparatus precisely the Ministry of Justice and showing us security. They are yet to say anything. It is our constitutional right inscribed in Article 1, Article 15, and Article 17 of the Constitution of this society. And as part of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights, we've got right to assembly, expression, and freedom of speech. Freedom of speech, comics. So today we've come here to let you know that on the 26th, peacefully, the Student Unification Party, under the able leadership of Chairman Mustafa Kane, will commandeer the people of Liberia into action. Oh yes, this regime promised that they will have brought people to justice. Implementation of the TRC report. 5 years down the line, they are supporting those who committed heinous atrocities against the mass of the Liberian people. Those who plunder the state resources, those who kill our people in the society must not be seen as people who can commit wrong against our people and can go scot-free. So this government needs to implement the issue of World Economic Crimes Court in the society. So at this point, we just wanted you to know that on the 26th, the Student Unification Party will be in a protest endeavor. And that if anything is to go wrong, the Liberian state under the stewardship of George Weah is to be held responsible. You cannot have the university in tatters. You cannot have the economy fail. The economy has failed massively. They said a rolling country. Hey, 5 years down the line, you cannot account for a single foreign direct investment. 5 years down the line, unemployment is swelling. 5 years down the line, decadence, despair, and disdain are the imagery of the masses of the Liberian people. 5 years down the line.
They are bastard that economy. Yo, yo, yo.
And Princess Cooper will die. No good investigation.
Yo, politician and autopsy report. Yo, yo, yo.
This is the state of affairs.
Why I don't like the system? Let me ask you one question.
Go ahead.
If I had a gun right now and gave you to shoot your own head, or if you had a gun, when you shoot your head, what will happen to you? You are dead. Can you shoot yourself on the head 3 times? So what happened in Tabata? They lie. They told you to be told. Why can I sign your agreement? Do you believe I thought of some regime?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that the revenue officials, top people, beautiful cars, both of them married and left their wife and husband home, and they were called to review something that ended up in the debt. And they come and say they were in the car having sex. Is there no hotel on Broad Street? If not, why don't you go to have the column? Do you believe, church Liberians, that they were truly in the car having themselves? I would say lie. As a man of God, ordained by God to preach the gospel of truth, I cannot back wrong to go and sign the agreement. There are many reasons, and we'll go on and on. My wife, my beautiful wife, uncle, son, Lamo, and 2 others were sent for by St. Moses, and later killed them, and said they drowned. No investigation. Nothing happened. Princess is from our home. They killed her, put the body in our compound. No investigation. Sorry, regime. I see these things. I do my own security analysis. I've been trained by the West and locally 36 years of training. I see these things. It's too glaring. It's too glaring to say somebody took gun and fired himself 3 times. It's too glaring. What will encourage me if I even wanted to sign? Is it money? No. So those who are talking, Prince Johnson is just talking so can they eat money in lie. And let me say before I close. Nama was a leper. He was a captain of the Royal Army in Syria. He heard, leprosy is communicable. He heard about the prophet. Then, the State Department, when the State Department speaks and indicts a government, that means that the American government indicted that government. The State Department came out and talked about extrajudicial killing, but this government is agent. You all know about it. You're ready. In a peacetime, a nation held by somebody who's supposed to be peaceful as peace ambassador. Auditors 6, 1 month, clear them off. 3 children disappear. Killing of the EPS in Nimba. and telling the world that he fired himself 3 times. Do you believe that? You went to Nimba. We went for the country tour. Where I slept and the apartment I was in, that particular house, I could see on the road. I saw somebody from the EPSR, I won't call the person, they know, fire the man with a gun, drop the man on the floor. There was a lady that fired a gun. Then the other boy fired 2 more rounds. I called President that morning. I called Samuel Twe. They could not answer the phone. I called Maggie from Monrovia. I said, Maggie, 2 persons were fighting another guy. Either some trying to take some telephone or something. Something they were trying to grab from him. And he was strong. So the lady fired the guy on the brain. Straight, dropped the man. Right behind my window. It was Maggie who now transferred that call to the president. Then the president called me. You understand me? He called me. You need to tell me a story that was different from what I saw. So I said, well, not true. When I came to Monrovia, I said, it's not true. Take a pistol. So to say the man fired himself 3 times, that's you know, when you're guilty or something, you're confused. You don't know what to say. You go to my county to tell the people thank you for letting you share blood there. Then you say the man fired himself. Is that blackmailing? Liberia has become a drug transit point. A drug transit point. From Colombia, Jamaica, all that, you know, it's from Jamaica. And this is why they do that, they smoke, they manufacture these things. $140 million drugs, container, cocaine, hard substance, can never enter this country, believe you me, without the government and its agents knowing about it. They are the importers. To destroy our children here. 140 million. If the Americans did not discover it, to book it at a port today, we will not discover it. The question is, how many of those kind of drugs came here that were not seen before the last one was caught?
All right. Those were some of the major points that the senator made.
Councilor Verda, welcome again to the platform. Thank you for coming in. I understand you said you had a few words to say about the situation involving Madam Gloria Scott. Could you please speak to us?
Yes, ma'am, very precisely. And I followed the program a little bit. And it was said that the government's intervention was very, very late because the attack on Justice Gloria Scott was a government operation. And the police was told to stand down. Specifically, I don't know if we know who Jefferson Koji is. He was the one who organized and masterminded the attack on Justice Gloria Scott. At the moment, we are trying to find out the purpose or the objective. It's not very clear yet. It will be personal or political because of her current political role. But the guy who entered the house is one Valley Taylor. Valley Taylor. He lives in the Brewerville area. He works at the Monrovia City Hall as the Deputy Chief of Operations for Monrovia City Hall Police. He's a former A2U officer and he's a former fighter of Ulimo Care. He did a lot of killing in Sino County. He's a very dangerous killer. He entered there and carried out the operation. When he entered the house, he had nothing on his feet, and he had no top, no shirt, no dress, no nothing. And he entered with short pants. The intention was to sodomize, that was the plan, to sodomize the justice. When he got in, the reaction of the child who tried to prevent him, the children who tried to prevent him from entering her private premises, he killed one and wounded the other. And when he got in as far as the justice, she had a pepper spray. And that was her last defense. she sprayed him a lot. And so his plans was aborted. He didn't succeed in doing what he wanted to do. The children got injured, and I think she was touched a little bit. But Jefferson Koji is the one who ordered that hit on Justice Muscat. And as we all have realized, killings have gone on. We have reports that we are timing when to release. The 3 missing boys, that one was directly done by President Weah himself. The killing of Banten Yinsua was done by agents of the very Huji. We have a full comprehensive report on that. And the killings go on and on. It's a sad state for our country. There's a lot that needs to be done. We hope that international community will come in and do what they have to do. But reports have been ready. Reports have been sent out of the country already. And I'm just going through the synopsis. Who, when, where. Most of the things we haven't found out is the objective. Except they are just killers who believe they have to kill. We are still investigating the motives and the objectives. We don't have much.
So,
but with respect to... Yes, ma'am.
Yes, Councilor, we would like to have the opportunity to just ask you at least one question each. How do you know this, Councilor? How do you know that Koji has some sort of connection to this killing? How do you know this?
There are 2 things. We will be asking government for an investigation, an independent inquiry into all of these deaths. We have to have...
I'm going to make that mistake again. This old man is an old man who... am I saying anything that the young people are saying? These young people, they are young and corrupt and no vision. This is an old man that knows what this country needs and has the passion for it and love this country. That's why he said, think Liberia, love Liberia, and be Liberia. And that's what I believe in. So the Liberians are not talking about, all of us are going to get old. But I can tell you, I am very much alert. But when I talk about squander, perhaps they thought about money, but we had the opportunity for the first African female president. She was the darling of the world. We could have used that effectively. And that's what I'm talking about. We could have capitalized on that. When Nancy Pelosi came there and said, Ellen, you led the world, we'll light Liberia. There was going to be electricity. I was going to exploit all of those things there. There were a lot of things we could have done. I'm not saying that we didn't do, but we could have done much, much more. That's why I'm saying we squandered opportunities. And we could have done more on roads. We could have done more. Even the young people that follow we could have plugged them from behind by training them. They were looking for opportunities. So squander didn't mean squander money necessarily, but when you have a chance to do something and you don't do it well, you squander an opportunity. The people here are quick to misunderstand, but they do it intentionally. I put in all my time, we worked. We could have dislodged these children from behind here. We could have trained them when we had the opportunity. We could have created a vibrant society. Some of it was done, but what I'm saying is that for the opportunity we had for 12 years, we could have done much, much more. That's what I'm talking about. So it was a squandered opportunity because we didn't use it effectively. And I'm telling you, all over the world, people wanted us to do something. The Chinese were talking about coastal road. They were talking, people were talking about economic zones. I wouldn't have spent time moving around. I would have spent time making sure that those things happen. Quality schools. So that's what I'm talking about. When you have the time to do something, do it. Joe Walker as president, and I know that the good way is coming, I can work 24 hours to make sure that good way comes. Because at the end of the day, that's what is for us. So it wasn't the matter of squandering money. It was a matter of not taking full advantage of the opportunities that we have.
Very good answer, Mr. Vice President, and I hope the Liberian people understand, because Stephen, just an example, if you come to a big school like say Harvard where I went, besides the classroom work for which you are there, the academics, there's a great opportunity for networking. So for example, if I sat there through and only pay attention to the academic and I didn't network, I could say, oh, I really squandered some opportunities at Harvard because I would have gone beyond, the academics. And what the Vice President said is clear. Liberia was the darling of the West. The entire world's attention was on Liberia. And we are all testimonies to it, because George Bush went to Liberia, the Chinese president went to Liberia, the Canadian prime minister went to. The attention was so much, and I think what he's saying is that we would have gotten much more out of that than what we got. It's understood, Mr. Vice President. Thank you.
Thank you. Well understood. We lost Antoniata. Hopefully she will rejoin us. I think she's having some issues there in Accra. So let's go to Larma, then Cla on this Larma, then Cla will lead. We'll close the first round, then we'll go to the second round, then we'll move.
And then Koji was given what he needed to carry out the operation and ensure that Mr. Innis was silenced for good. Before that happened, Mr. Minister went to the president, like I said before, but the president made an interesting remark that told indirectly or directly, Mr. Minister, you have to take care of this thing permanently. He said, I don't want to hear about this money anymore, this map-up exercise. You have to find a permanent solution to it. I don't want to hear it anymore. And when the minister left, Mr. President, he went straight to Jefferson Koji, and they hatched the plan. The police director had his 15,000. So as soon as Mr. Innis got at the minister's residence, he sat down, and the minister said, I'm going upstairs. I will see you later. I'm coming back. As soon as the minister left, the assailants got involved. They were waiting to carry on the hit. And they beat on Mr. Matthew Innis, broke some of his bones, crushed his fingers, beat him mercilessly. They beat him. And when he was weak and overpowered, they injected him with some substance to disable him so that he wouldn't be effective. That's the kind of man he is. He was in a position of, in law, we say suspended sanity, suspended animation, where you are not active at all. Then they took him to the death scene. They had, if you listen to the police report at the time, they said he was coming from work 1 o'clock in the morning when he went to work on Saturday. They took him to the death scene and staged an accident. Mr. Vari Tele drove a blue pickup, and that is the pickup. We hope the picture can be put up We are looking for the owner of that pickup. From our information, Mr. Taylor drove that pickup, but he doesn't own the pickup. We want to know who owned that pickup. And if we don't succeed in getting somebody to come up and own on to it, we will do more and further investigation. So, Mr. Vali Taylor and one Mustafa drove the car of Mr. Innes to the scene, and Vali drove the pickup. He was accompanied in the pickup by Mr. Jefferson Koji, and they went to the scene and decided to stage an accident. How was the accident staged? Please, Mr. Keller, not Mr. Keller, please, Mr. Innes at his car, and then the truck will come and hit. Mr. Innes was drowsy. He had lost his composure. He has lost his strength. He was beating. So they could not even get him to stand for even 1 minute. So the pickup was driving at him. By the time the pickup got nearest, it was just a few meters away from his car, he was already dropping. And so the pickup hit the head. That's where he got the blunt injuries to his head. But he was as good as dead by the time he was taken to that scene. And afterwards, and the police director was there. He drove right behind Jefferson Koji and others, having received.
Members of the press, you are aware that our President Commander-in-Chief, Dr. George Manawir, just ended his last annual.
Let me say good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. This is the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show. We come to you live from the state of Minnesota. And my co-host is living in the state of North Dakota. And we have been joined here by our friend Alfred and Kunwa. So take your cold bottle of Coke and relax, because tonight discussions is going to be juicy and heady. So, fellow comrades and compeers, how you guys are doing?
I'm doing fabulous, even though I'm tired. I've been doing back to from Friday to today, pushing my cartoons. However,
Professor, how are you, my man?
I know what they say, pushing cartoons, me and can help them to just push it out the way they want it. I think they're pushing my cartoon. But the good
My
news
man,
is,
the way you give me talking about the cartoon here, my man, I just wish our brother and sister back home had the opportunity to push the cartoon, because the
yeah, to
cartoon
push
part is
a cartoon
definite.
where you can be sleeping, then you pay card to your account.
You know, the
Because
cartoon pushing part is show. It's not like, at the end of the first day, you still be asking, I wonder it there. It there. No, 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 no. When you finish pushing your cartoon, you can sit down. Even if you now go to the bank and just use your phone, you know how much you finish getting right after the hour. You already know how much you get at the end of the day. So
I
I
don't
wish
even
our
go
brothers.
there. I can just go to the eve of the pay. I just go to my HR system and just check it out. My phone tell me.
But I mean,
So,
sometimes you don't even need to. You don't even need to go to HR system. The best way will come.
so the thing about
You don't have to worry about anything. You're not thinking about how you gotta go grab pay master for them to show you how much you pay. No, 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 no. All that thing that ever sent thing not happen now.
my
But
man,
again,
All
it's
right.
good to be here.
Okay. All right. Brother Francis,
Alfred,
as you are saying.
Alfred,
Yeah. Oh.
Can you? Are you there?
Yeah.
Let me
Yeah.
finish. If he asks a question, let me tell my toy. Yeah, you will tell your own.
Okay,
But
me talking, let me tell my own.
oh, you will send them with full star. Let me tell my toy. Yeah, you want to get it, you will tell your own. So first and foremost, honestly speaking, uh, I'm grateful to my God. First and foremost, for North Dakota standard, we left with kind of 1 hour, uh, few minutes to cross over to the new year according to the Google calendar. And so I'm grateful. I'm very positive. I made it already. And my little ones also made it. So we want to say, let me thank you to our God. Okay? Because there are a lot of people who, in the last minute, very last minute, not only that they got murdered, but they got murdered down to activists. So we want to say our sincere condolences to the people of Bond County and the families of those folks that got burned because of extreme poverty and the wickedness on the part of the people. I say so. So tonight we're going to be looking at major stories. I know we're not going to catch up with everything, but I would suggest to our lead moderator, the CEO himself, will not make it to go back all the way. Let the people call and tell all what's good to them, what's good up to them. That's what I would suggest. Because if you want to go by the January all the way to December 31st, 2023, and we're going to move from here tonight. All right, so my people, I am doing all right. Not the day. Hello, yeah. Our population went up slightly a little bit from July 1st. According to the governor office, we got about 16% increase, as little over 4,000 as of 2020 census report. So, every July, the population data houses in America update, state populations estimate. So far, so good. Let me stop it there and give it to y'all. Y'all do your thing, and then we'll go to the conversation.
All right. My friend Alfred Konowa, how you have been?
Well, the year was a challenging year for all of us. You know, as a country and the people, whether you are living in Liberia or you are outside Liberia, for those of us where our umbilical cord is tied to Liberia, we it's almost like you are living in Liberia every day because when you wake up in the morning, the news coming out of Liberia, you know. So it was a challenging year, but want to be grateful to God. Family wise, my family would never have major death in the family. Even though the year was a challenging year, there was some milestone that we were able to cross. Um, in the course of the year, I was able to get a home in America. Um, Educational wise, we were able to step up. You know, um, you know, from the family side of things, I can say we were able to, beat some of the challenges because it be in life has to do with choices, and the choice you make comes with its own consequences, whether good or bad. Any choice you make come with consequences. But the good old book always say to us, choose life that you will live. And I think over the last 12 months, we have been able to remember that scripture, and God has been kind to us in the midst of all of the challenges that the year brought. We were able to reach at the end of the year. In the next 1 hour, from my end, we'll be crossing over. So It was a good year.
Alfred, where are you before you say 1 hour? Because it's 10:18 here. Where are you?
Hold on, let me look at my computer light to me. Okay, it's 10:18, so we got it. We're pretty close to 2 hours. So I'm in Iowa.
Oh, yeah,
So
we
yeah,
are in the same
yeah,
time zone.
yeah.
I
We're in the
think
same
it was
time. So my
somewhere in
computer light to
Russia.
me. My computer tell me say 11:18, so I'll look at my computer. Yeah, but actually it's 10:18 here. So yeah, we got a couple of hours to go. To
Yeah,
cross
we got
over.
the
But
same time 18 too. So we're in the same time zone. Central time,
yeah,
right?
yeah, Central Time. So yes,
Okay.
brother AB, the question you asked is a very deep question. At the beginning of the year, many of us have resolutions, but as the year progresses, it came with its own challenges. Some of the challenges that we did not anticipate. At the end of the day, many of us did not meet our resolutions. Pretty much, maybe because of a mindset issue, because of fear. Some of those resolutions became challenging, and at the end of the day, we were not able to meet those goals. Howbeit, the good Lord has given us life. Because in the old scripture, He said, once there is life, there is hope. And so we can review our own life personally and begin to put into perspective some of the things that we said we're going to do and we did not do. That a new year that is about to start will be a new beginning that we can begin to step forward. As I was sitting today, reminding myself, I remember 1999 or 2000, I think 2000, when Charles Gunke Taylor, former president of the Republic, said, uh, Liberia needs to be revitalized. When he spoke from the executive mansion, I think around about 15 or 16 years old, when he talked about the
Did
Vision
he do?
2024, when he
We
talked
all
about Vision,
saying, what did he do?
when he talked about the Vision 2024, President, you can remember when President Taylor talked about Vision 2024, uh, he had this vision that by 2024, Liberia would have become a country where it would not be described as a third world country, but a country that will be in a right place of history, a country where its people will be proud of itself, you know. So, as we go into 2024, I have an inflection about those statements that he made and
Okay.
where are we as a country,
Okay.
you
All
know.
right. All right. We'll come there. We'll come there. We'll come there. As for me, you know, um, as many of you already say yours, let me say mine. As for me, I'm just grateful to the Almighty for the life. The air that we breathe, the air that we take in, we are not paying for it. So because of that, so I'm grateful to the Almighty for Him being able to be the only man. It's one of you guys said this on, please mute.
Atina Alfred.
Okay. So as I was saying, I'm grateful to the Almighty for my life. When I came into this country and look at myself today where I am, I'm grateful to the Almighty. And it is Him that all praise is go to. Being the person I was in 2024, being the person in 2014, being the person I was, that's not the same person I am now. And that will not be the same person that I will remain to be when I enter in 2024. I know 2024 going to be a great year for me and my family. I'm already saying that 2024 will be good. But there's one thing that I should say to every one of us who came into this country. Sometimes you think that God has forgotten about you. Sometimes many of us will go through problems. We'll go through documentation problems. Sometimes we'll go through serious health issues. But have your faith in the Lord. Have your trust in the Lord and believe in Him. So my 2023, it was better than my 2022. And my 2022 was much better than my 2021. And I strongly believe that my 2024 will be high up. So I will stop there. And I bring in my co-host and along with Alfred. What did they observe about our country? What are they thinking? Is it that they're thinking it is that the incoming administration will do better? Or it is that thinking that 2024 will be a better year for our country, Liberia? And not just only for our country, but the citizens as well. So let me bring in my friend and brother, Alfred Konoa.
Yeah, my brother, the question you asked again, as I was saying, where are we as a country in terms of institution, in terms of our institution, or in terms of the governing structure? When you look at our legislature, you look at our judiciary, you look at our executive branch of government, um, you know, Liberia is at a crossroads. And we who have been given the opportunity to leave Liberia and come to experience how true government is supposed to work, my heart bleeds for Liberia. My heart bleeds for Liberia because if you look at a country that's supposed to be the light for the continent of Africa, it's still languishing in abject poverty. You have rampant corruption in a place. People don't have no remorse. They don't have no remorse, no respect for the country. They still on industrial scale. Let me use the word of H-woman family. Over the last 170 so many years, there has been an endemic corruption that has overlapped the entire country to the point where corruption or stealing has become normalized in our society, that it is widespread in every facet of our the fabric of the Liberian society, whether it is in education, whether it's in healthcare, whether even in the judicial system. Unfortunately for us, 2017, we brought a young man. We felt that he was our Messiah, owing to the fact that he had not been in any corruption or in any politics, so to speak. We thought that he would have used the opportunity that the people gave him to be able to change or to learn from other great leaders, that he would have come to the country, looking at other great leaders who have done well for their country, to emulate good example from the likes of Fidel Castro, or the likes of Nelson Mandela, or even our brother from Burkina Faso, Thomas Sankara. We thought that George Weah would have been our Thomas Sankara. We thought that he would have been our, Fidel Castro. We thought he would have been our Muammar Gaddafi. Unfortunately, when the brother came, he circled himself with guys who just wanted to enrich themselves and leave the people in poverty.
So at the end result, so where do you see our country moving on to 2024?
Now that we have a God-fearing leader, now that we have someone who has worked in government for the last 25 years of his entire life, that we can put him on a microscope and say he has got no semblance of corruption around him. There's a man who has moral rectitude, a man who has been married for the last 50 years. There's not one woman in Liberia can stand up and raise her hand and say Joe Parker harassed me. Why? Any number of sexual exploitation that we see among the young people in our country leadership. Last time I checked, there were a few women who were accusing our president pro tem of refusing pregnancy, a child. They have to go to do DNA. You can't hear that with Joseph Boakai. So I think while it is true that there is not a prospect for Joe Boakai, there is also a huge challenge for Joe Boakai, because to take a country, to change the mindset of the people who have languishing abject poverty, and their only resolve is to come to government to steal. Corruption has become normalized in society. To change that society, it takes a leader who will stand strong, because if it means killing some people, I'm very serious about what I'm telling you. If it means killing some people, you have to stand up to do that, to change the mindset of the people, to bring them to the point where to know that honesty and hard work is the hallmark that will lead any country to a success story. It will take a leader to be able to do that.
Okay, thank you.
So Joe Biden has a very big, huge challenge.
Okay. Now bring in our friend and brother Francis Kangomaduno. Francis, what are your thoughts?
You know, I would like to just learn my thoughts based on the topic tonight. I know you sounded like offering our audience a resolution for 2024, which is not bad. It's an open discussion. So that's nice, but I'm not going there. I will do my resolution tomorrow. I want to deal with Liberia tonight. Maybe, I think Liberia been too much into troubled days because of poor leadership on the part of our political administrators, past and current. And the people have been living in abject poverty, extreme poverty, let me modify, for about 176 years already. And up to this moment, they do not see a clear path for elevation from that extremity of poverty to some sort of reasonability in terms of economic opportunity, employment, education, health and sanitation for the environment, and we name it. And so I understand there has been so many prophetic conversation in our community because Liberia is portrayed, or Liberians portray themselves to be a super gullible people. I do not agree with that based on the actual behaviors of the Liberian people. I refer to many of them to be church goers, also mosque goers, because they only go there, a lot of them, not to worship their God, but to show up and come out and tell you, do not do what I do, but do what I say. And that's why the country is the way it is. Our major problem have never come from anything like the people. I have been saying it and I will continue to say. The people are always have this quest for a better political leadership to steer their affairs, to be able to advocate for them domestically and also globally about everything regarding their lives. When you see somebody or group of people in their majority, they say, you came mama, you came papa, I will vote for you. And they did it, only to go look. That very determination of hope, you dash it because of political greed. So I want to start by offering my sympathy again to majority of those tanker fire victims in Toledo Bond County that got murdered in cold blood because of extreme poverty, melted against them by their own government. From yesterday all the way to today, melted against them by their own government. This is simple, this is common sense. Okay? If these people were employed, if we had employment opportunities in Liberia and they were working actively and getting paid and they can find their couple rest to eat, they can send their children to school. Those of them that want to get 2 wives, 3 wives, 4 wives, or those who want to get one, they will be happy. They were going to have no opportunity to go to flush gasoline from an accident gasoline tanker. And who caused that? It is their government. Because if you will have a government sitting in Monrovia and people are taking 10,000, 15,000, for example, leaders, political administrators of those same very people, and they don't even think about having at least highway patrol police officers, and they don't even educate them about what they're supposed to do when that kind of thing happen. They don't offer them any opportunity that supposed to sustain life. And when you leave Monrovia, there's no government in real time. They have been having fire service agency, it probably before I was born, maybe before my parents were born, and they continue to get budget, but there is no fire brigade, as far as I know. I know APRC got 1 fire brigade tanker, or truck, or however you call it, probably 2. For God in heaven's sake, how can we live in this modern world, the 21st century, and the government does not do anything for its people? But it is still called government. Every single day, all we hear is all about stealing $1 million, not even in the thousands, in the millions. So that's to me, that is so low. Look, the idea of keeping the people in poverty, and the rest of the people that are working for government, they don't even get paid. 3 more, 4 more, 5 months. That's cruelty, AB. That's immoral abuse on the part of our government. I have never seen any cruel-minded government in my entire adult life in Liberia equal to George Weah.
Like how?
Living cat. George Weah is a living cat. AB, how can you say somebody inflicted themselves, including their brain, with 6 bullets before they die? That's cruelty in the open. How can you kill about 5 to 6 professional auditors back to back in series, and to go and say they were sitting in their car having men and women business? This is a direct quote from George Weah. They were having men and women business in their car. They enjoy so much, so they die. Okay? The EPS officer under his watch in Nimba County. In Nimba County. Councillor Gura Musu's castle in the situation. The victim has become the perpetrator as we speak. The victim of Councillor Gura Musu's car resident incident has turned into a perpetrator. Too many things happen. But today I saw something different.
What did you
I
see?
saw something different.
What
I
did you
saw
say?
the president-elect in Bond County. It's not about money. It is about empathy and sympathy. Put your feet into the shoes of the little man down there. As powerful as the American president is, as a global leader, when disaster occurs, they don't just speak. They get into that Air Force or Marine One and fly there to go and console the people. That's a true leadership. That are so big.
Maybe that what Josh Manoia did, you know, by appointing his vice president to go pledge $1,000. Who knows?
My brother, Joel Howard is vice president. George Weah
I
is
don't want to
president.
believe, Brother Francis, I don't want you want to believe that Joe Howard Taylor went over there on behalf of
Commander
Joe.
in chief and head of the government. So I actually made a list here. I'm not too sure I'm gonna finish it. As we go on, we go. There are so many things that I can look back to that made major headlines in the news. The other one that stood to me was the issue of George Weah conceding defeat graciously, even before the NEC official declaration of winner. That stood to me very hard. I think that was a major headlines. Very, very major headline. Another headline was the University of Liberia students that got brutalized by people they elected to political power. And some of them got injected with unknown substance. Christopher Sisilu almost died. CDC COP or COP CDC. And now we came to the first batch of the sanction, American or United States government sanction against Nathaniel McGay, Bill Traore, and Serena Sifa. The courtroom representative of the government. When that occurred, I said to myself, George Weah government was in trouble. Was in trouble because somebody who's sitting there right there by you, nobody can see you, like the Christian will say, seek first the kingdom of God and all other things shall follow. And you didn't see Nathaniel McGay those days, you will never see George Weah. And you didn't see Nathaniel McGay those days, you will never see George Weah. If America can come in and say this man is corrupt to his teeth, it means the president is a criminal. But he got covered with constitutional immunity under 61 and 62. And I'm very positive America ain't going to keep it. When the presidential government is transferred over to Joe Biden, I'm very sure America is going to come after George Weah. I think he would have understood that everything to recalibrate his own understanding of governance. Because your best friend, Bakubay number 2, that you have said you gave him name, you are the Bakubay number 1, he's the Bakubay number 2. Bill Traore, they're sweating.
The president, you call him man, Babubet Junior. Somebody like calling a Joe, yeah, you say Babubet
The
Junior.
man who is the face of the Justice Ministry is the Solicitor General by law. America come in fact, this man is taking money from people to drop cases, to dismiss cases, and we saw that in the clear view with the current election commission chairwoman. We saw it. We saw with Ellen Coco on spoon talk between her and Serena Sifa what all they did behind the scene. We saw that. That's when I got to know that yes, indeed, George Weah and his government, both of them are in trouble. Another thing that stood up to me was the issue of the nomenclature, the campaign slogan, the coining of the War Rescue Mission. That name suited the situation on the ground and resonated with majority of Liberians. God being God, it became a household name. Today, that rescue mission has finally taken over Liberia through through our democratic system. And I am of the stronger conviction based on God's guardians, because the old man, the elder in the house, I think is seeking the guardian from God every single day. Because multiple attempts have been made and all failed. Rescue mission going to become a reality on January 22nd, 2024. And our hope and our prayer is this time around, we should not squander any opportunity. We should maximize every single opportunity for the benefits of our people, especially those who are actually in need. People should not die like this anymore because of extreme poverty. AB, I want to stop it there and let me give you a chance and our brother Alfred chance. Me, I get my team rating. You see it? It's rating. Got it. And I'm right off, but the one that I wanted to talk about everything. So let me give you a chance. Let me stop it there for now.
Bro, Alfred, go ahead.
No, as I listen to my brother Francis talking about some of the mysterious things that happen on George we are government, I feel very bad as a young. Look, George, we not even supposed to be talking about, George we are conceding defeat. He should still be the president. No, I come in. I know where I'm going. I know where I'm going.
I want to tell you. They said that this man since 1847, there is no president that can be compared to this man. The citizen said the man is the supreme. The citizen said this man, he is the best president that Liberia ever had. Why?
So, when George Weah became president in 2017, like I said, I described him as the young people messiah. We all contributed. I contributed immensely to, I advocated for George Weah to be president. Okay. We made George Weah president in 2017. Okay. And our thoughts was that, he was going to be different. He was going to be different. But to our greatest surprise, he fooled all of us. He lied to us. The man just wanted to come out to enrich himself, after losing all what he had played for. So as I listen to my brother, there are a few things that came to my mind when he talked about Joe Parker. And one of the things that I was thinking about was the fact that, the level of allegations that were meted against Joe Parker in these elections. If this man was not, someone who was strong mentally, he was not someone who had experienced life for himself. Many things going to happen. Many things would have happened, but he stood his ground. He was, and look, Joe Parker behaved like he was not even in competition with anybody. All the allegations that were coming against him, he was not even reacting to them. He actually accepted to say he was not in competition.
Okay.
So I think as we look forward to 2024, I am very careful about my own expectation as it relates to Joe Parker. I used to say, oh, I don't want to get no gray area to say, oh yeah, manage expectation, but I've come to the point where to recognize that the whole of these guys talk for like in Liberia, they're not small group. Right now, I read a piece that was written by John Molu. There are individuals in the transitional thing that not even they don't want to cooperate. They don't want to cooperate with the transitional team. They're hiding some stuff. So it just tells me now, there's a deep hole, if not a well that they have already dug. And it will take us another maybe 5 to 7 to 8 years to be able to resuscitate the country. So in as much as support Joe Parker, I'm also looking forward to looking at those appointments that Joe Parker will be making. One of the guys would be in the vision of the president to make sure that we rescue the country, because right now as we speak, the real rescue time is coming when Joe Biden takes over. That's the time we'll be looking at real rescue.
Okay, all right, okay. As for me, for me, 2023 was a nice year for me, and it was a bad year. For me to be able to look at, let me mute this guy. For me to be able to look at people that laid their life for the country, those auditors, Gifty Lama, for President Weah to be able to say that Gifty Lama and Albert Peter, they were having intercourse in the car, that was just out of the ordinary for me. And when I heard that the president could not speak to the nations, that one of his taboo. But I believe that medicine man lied to him. I believe that medicine man in 2023 lied to him. Lied to the president that he should never speak to the country. That he should just send recordings. Now what he want to say, he should just record it and be able to send it. That was one of my disappointments. My another disappointment was that Alfred Konowa is brave to be able to tell us that President Weah, that they're the one elected President Weah. That is one of my greatest surprise. Because this man was peace ambassador. This man could not produce the draft of how he was going to bring peace. But to just invite a fellow forebearers into the country. This man was elected senator. This man could not be able to talk on the Senate floor. This man was classified as Bobo. Then you look at all of that, then you went to give him power. The government higher seat. I am disappointed. But here is the thing that made Liberian unique. We got to forgive. We got to forgive and we got to forget. And I am saying, if you are one of those guys who got to forget and got to forget, go back into your closet, go and think double times. Yes, it is good to forgive, but it is never good to forget. Because that man hurt you. When he passing by, that bring a memory reflections. Josh Weah had done a memory reflection to our country. I can tell you for a fact, there will be no footballer again. There will be no footballer again that will be voted for even a senator or a representative. Because we as Liberians, we have learned our lessons.
No more footballers, so the man put checkpoint for all the future footballers to become president. Checkpoint.
You just look at it. I can tell you for a fact, James Salesa Diba played for the country. He scored many goals than Josh Weah. But he just contested for District number 9. Go see how many places he was. He never came to even 4th place. to tell you that our people, they are wise. Our people have learned enough. So now we'll open the mark for our audience, for them to be able to give us their thought, for our audience to be able to tell us what is it that they experienced in 2023, moving forward to 2024. What is the thing that our audience expect? So the number to call here tonight is 215-266-6509. Brother Francis, what's the number there?
My number here to call the show is 267-938-2801. 267-938-2801.
Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, brother Abraham. You know, when you say you were disappointed, you know,
And I said,
election
not
has
only disappointed,
consequences.
very, very surprised.
Then you are surprised. So that's why you saw me vigorously campaigning, spending my money to make sure that we remove him. We made him, and we made him to be president, and we went back to undo him because he never met our expectation. We undo George Weah. So you saw me since 2018, 19, 20, 21, you saw how I was vigorously campaigning on social media against President Weah because we made him, so we were in the driving seat to make sure that he was undone. And we thank God the Liberian people listen to our voices and they undo him democratically. So I have no regret for the decision I made in 2017 to campaign for him. You know, election has consequences. We have to accept it. But that's the same way we voted him, like the same way we want to undo him. So
Okay.
we take the Liberian people.
Okay. The number to call once more is 215-266-6509. And the other number to call tonight. The other number to call tonight.
938-2801. 267-938-2801. Those are the numbers.
Those are the number to call to be part of the Magnificent Abraka Talk Show. My friend and brother Francis. And then one of the things that I enjoy for this 2023, one of the things that I enjoy when both of us are doing the show, I have built that confidence, I have built that trust. And from our audience, they can all see it. That both of us, we just glued together. That was a great combination, and that is a great combination. That whenever you tell me this topic is the one that we're going with, I am in support of you. That was one of the things that I enjoy of 2023. And I hope that we can keep the show ongoing. But one thing that I can promise our audience is that this show will remain here. But we will not come on as we used to come on when George Weah was in power.
Yeah, because we achieved that objective already. We're moving.
Yeah.
The Liberian will say, we're moving. They will not say, we're moving. We're moving. It's out.
No. Let me respectfully disagree with you. You're not going to do the thing that how they call it the class, or how they call it class reloaded.
No. Alfred, before you go there, let me just say something real quick, okay? In the first place, I strongly support your answer on ground that those of us who read from philosophers, they say philosophers themselves should not be leaders, but philosophers' kings. But even the philosophers' kings, we can only read their lips. We cannot read their hearts. So you could be like, or we could be like, yeah, Peter will do better. Based on our own conviction, based on the way they say it, we give them leadership only to go low, they go there for themselves. But there's the thing. You can slip and fall, meaning you can make mistakes. But the willpower to correct your mistake, that's what matters most. There are a lot of Liberians we trusted, educationally, morally, everything. They give it to George Weah. And some of them told us this is the only way we can take our country back, because leadership is based on doing this contemporary time, 21st century. You must have the majority to be able to win. And if you don't win, you can't govern. So we get it. But there's the other flip side of it, right? Ibi was saying something. So you know what? Let Alfred go ahead. Let me recap quickly. I wanted to add something to what you said, Ibi.
Yeah, in accordance to what you are saying, I don't want you to put our order in Zialeture. We will be here. We will be here. In
That's
fact,
it for you. Yeah, go ahead, Alfred.
yeah,
I get
yeah,
all
we
that
are going.
information the last 72 hours. I didn't know actually.
Yes, we are going to be here to propagate, the same way we were here vigorously making sure that we let our people know exactly how the government are functioning. And like I said again, we wish Joe Bugger the best, but in as much as we wish him the best, we will be here. Just the other day, I was criticizing Joe Bugger. Why, since the tanker, how do you call it, explosion that took place on the Tututa Highway, he was not able to go there, but he went to NEC to acknowledge it. And but he listened to us, you know, he listened to us. I think yesterday he was there. He made some commitment and everything. This is what we're talking about: leadership. You must have some level of empathy for your people when something happens. You can't just sit down to your horse and just don't be a job. You gotta be ahead of the game.
But
So
why? Why?
so this platform would have to transcend to another level. It should not just be because we wanted to win, wanted to have the numbers. So we just come here and propagate our winning strategy. We can still use this platform as a means of helping the government to ensure that they do the right thing. So I beg your indulgence. We will be here so our people can follow us, to listen to us, and we'll put the government feet to fire. Thank you so much.
Yeah, okay. All right, AB, I got it, right? So, Alfred, the last 72 hours, I got the information that Class Reloaded closed. But Abraka Liberia Today Media got a bigger difference between the two. Class Reloaded fundamentally based on what they told us, the audience. They were established for the purpose of propagating Joe Walker campaign strategies to win. Number one. Number two, they wanted to counter-argue against Spoon. And they did it perfectly. Joe Walker won the election. It's done. Okay? Unlike our show here, myself, John Abbey here, this show been here since 2017. Okay? When I joined Abbey, I mean, what we got now, we didn't have it. So he been here ever since before I joined. And now our strength solidified tremendously, evident by our followers rating today. I look at it before showtime with about 59,000. So we are growing exponentially. Okay, so the point I've been making, we no longer in the business of removing George Weah because we removed it already. We could done with that. So
President Gabriel started with our job here. I guess we move the man
no, we
already.
move the man. We move the man. Let the man go with that. Christmas on you, Christmas on me. And not on me, on you. Okay? Mr. Liar, man, he go wear all red. I can't stand that guy. I can't stand him.
Listen,
But
President, listen to the man.
this is my
Listen to the
TV,
man.
right?
President, listen to the man. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Feliz Navidad. Anglo, Nando, Torita.
The man is so annoying, though. The man is annoying. See what's happening in the country, man, at the time. He said he doesn't miss anything besides presidential gallery. That's all he miss. Because remember that president, that Nathalie Magé was president. After Nathalie Magé, Samuel Tour, after Samuel Tour, Sanction Koji. That's it. Okay, Joey, I was just sending Carrasco to collect it, and you go to Summit to go to this person and bring it to me. So the point we're making here now is we will still be here. But it will come on 3 times a week, fine. If you want to come on, you guys want to maybe call AB, call me, and then we gang up together and get it. But I want us, this is just open suggestion. I know AB and I will talk about behind the scene, to focus more on governance. On governance, to be honest. Because that guy, I never see any president like that in my entire adult life. Even Samuel Doe did better than him. Samuel Doe that came to power at the balance of the guns. Okay? So, I mean, I think we did great job. I will grade us. I think we did super. And we can do better than that. Now, we don't know the other government. Some people been calling me, oh, blah, blah, blah. I said, no, that's true. But you can't go sing when you got nobody to dance.
Yeah.
No, you can't sing. Then you have to be a good singer. Because if he's singing and you want to know he's singing well, people got to be dancing.
So are you suggesting? Are you suggesting that we should give the Joe Parker administration some leverage?
Let us be realistic. When President Weah took powers, when he went to the SKD, and there's one thing that I wanted to say here tonight. I am so grateful to the Almighty that the inauguration will be done to the Capitol building.
Yeah, Capitol building. That's what we suggested actually.
Yeah, and that's what we have been suggested, and that's what Francis suggested.
Yep.
So
we gotta get rid of the football business.
It's not good.
Look, myself suggested I think I'll do better. I will look at the Centennial Park building.
They took all your shoes and put it inside. That whole place was smell bad. They were always
to the door. Just to say a few things.
I'm not continuing, AB. I think Joe Wakai folks, Joe Wakai team, they've been very, very well listening. They've been listening. Most of the time,
they listen.
The media talk about something.
They can listen. Oh, some man they can follow all. Let me can follow all power.
Don't go to no SKD, no ATS. Let's go to Capitol building.
Like I was saying, when President Weah took on, when he went to the SKD, when he went to give that his speech, saying that the Liberian will not be spectator in their own economies. I suspended a mark for 1 month. I was just listening. But as soon he left from the SKD, the man came. The man appointed the third office to finance. Then he appointed Nathaniel Follow McGill. Then I started getting credible information that before Nathaniel McGill can be able to appoint you, you needed to pay 2,500. Some of the guys were carrying 4,000.
The minimum was 3,500. That was the minimum. I know people inside our community that pay that money. Myself, our approach to pay, I said, I don't get it. People were literally finding their own position in the government.
Yeah.
See, they did not have any vetting process in place like Ellie. No. There were no, I went on abroad 2018. There were no vetting process in place. Okay? It was just by law. Go to the ministry and the people, you go to the people that tell you the position exists. Then you do the thing and send it to them. Then they go to my gate. Everybody.
But Francis, why you think the people dissolve the governing council? Why you think they did that?
Because they didn't want to listen.
They didn't want they didn't want anybody to tell them what to do.
Yeah.
They didn't want anybody to tell them what to do. So what they did, because they felt that they want
people. Magay, number 1, Simon 12, number 2, and Jeff Koji.
So I think on that note, we will let to stop here tonight.
So nobody call it. It looks like the people going to watch night though.
Yeah, the poor grandmother.
Let me just talk about this thing quickly. We let the major even having all my people here. The appointment of Musa Dean, the rotten
Yeah,
lawyer.
yeah, yeah.
Imagine. I even heard he also thinking about, I don't know whether he already done it. Samora would call it too. They made
That
that
is rumor
body.
I heard. That is rumor I heard. Look at Thomas Jonah has not even been buried. Thomas Jonah has not even been buried. Then they appointed Samurai Wolo call it because they want to protect all the money that he stole. They want to put him in any position so he can become a constitutional crisis. You understand? Because when Joe Walker become president, they will have to remove him. So they want to
My
do it
brother,
because so they can be there, so they can do it like that wage home. They started talking
my
about wage home
brother.
already. Eh? So he want Roscoe to put Samurai Walker into ARA so that when Joe Biden become president, the first thing Joe Biden will do is sack him. They will become constitutional crisis. Then they will say,
No,
oh, the wage home.
no, Alfred, you're getting it wrong. You're getting it wrong. This is the big law book. This is a big law book here. Hmm? This is a big law book. Under Article 61, all that kakareka job we are doing, job we say it. That's why we say Joe Walker gotta be super decisive. And he might not close the asset to say I gotta close my eye if I can take it. Keep it
The
open.
album will be open. The album will be open. You gotta
We
close
have
it.
to start using the law. This is the law. All the other laws derived from this big one here, the Constitution. And there is no law that should be above this law. And there's no law should go in contrary to this law. The Constitution under Article 61, the president shall be immune from any suits, actions, or proceedings, judicial or otherwise, and from arrest, detention, or other action on account of any act done by him while president of Liberia, pursuant to any provisions of this Constitution or any other laws of the Republic. The president shall not, however, be immune from prosecution upon removal from office for the commission of any criminal act done while president. The same Constitution under Article 15, it says every man or every woman, every citizen, all of us, we are equal before the law, besides the President of the Republic of Liberia. Now, what did I say? So, that was one of the fundamental reasons why the Defense Council on Councilor Gloria Musuka could not get the, I think, what criminal code A or C, one of them, to grant on the basis of her previous position, Chief Justice, Justice Minister, Senator, because this law says we are all equal before the law beside the president. So, my brother, let Joey go ahead and put Musa Dean on the bench. Let the people in the senators let the Senate confirm him and confirm Samora Borokoli. When we take power, like when we met with Joe Biden, Stevie and I, the old man say, I only know the people that are around me. I know who they are. Some people will not even take office. But I'm not president right now. I can't do nothing. This is campaign time. We can't be fighting the people and then we ourselves fighting. So all I can tell you, the young people, let's pray to God and let's work harder and let's grapple. When you may be president, then you will get to know the real Joe Biden. That's what that old man said. He wrote on and gave it to me. I posted the picture of the feed. And what that woman said to me, that
But
was my
friends the other day, that particular portion of the law you are
there
reading.
will be no constitutional crisis. You know what Joe we are trying to do? He's trying to hide behind something.
Exactly.
Even the United States understand their constitutional immunity. That's the reason why they go closer. They went super closely. My man, Alfred. Just look at it from the standpoint of governance. The man who is responsible for all your activity every single day, they sanction the man for corruption. Who are you? Who are you?
But
So there will be no constitutional crisis. There will be no constitutional crisis.
The one that really surprises me,
because he want to hide behind something. The reason
They
he doing
wanna
that, Musa
look at the thing
Dini
the
did
man did.
not behave like a lawyer. This is a man that been practicing law according to public record for over 30 years. How can Musa Din, as a chair of the joint security, all these, illegal drive occur, they murder people, drugs came to the country, arms came to the country illegally, and under his watch, majority of the investigation were inconclusive. Now he putting him on the Supreme Court bench. Eh? How can his uncle, Councillor Joseph Nangbe, been set over 8 months, he's still taking pay while he in Ghana? But there's the thing, right? This issue of entitlement. See, because we did not have the semblance that they will not return to power. They did not have the semblance for that. So because of that, they didn't
No,
even
no,
pay
no, no. They were not thinking about that. They supposed I was 12 years.
Yeah, they said I was 12 years. Because El Councilor Nangbe is sincere to himself. He been sick for over 8 months before he even went to Ghana. He been out of the country in Ghana, and most people get sick in Liberia. They go a little bit before they try to seek, foreign attention. You can't tell me all that time you couldn't tell Joe we say I can't make it under this time.
Exactly. But the thing, look, friends, the thing was a well calculated attempt. They knew exactly what they were doing. Because if you tell me, you say, the process is that in the interest of good governance, you read the president is supposed to read the legislature, informing the legislature of the vacancy, that is being created within the judiciary now.
But the mayor even resign. He
You
said
know,
he going retirement.
the justice has option. He has option to resign. He doesn't even need to read the president. He has option to resign. He a resignation letter. He will have said to bring to the president and the legislature. So, because of medical health issue, I cannot continue. I cannot continue. So I'm resigning. And you can just resign one day. All of us are working here, right? You can just get up one day. You can tell your employer that you resign one day. You gotta get 30 days ahead, get that window so that the people can find replacement for you. They may just go to the president and then the president appoint Musa Din. Tell us that as soon as Gangster carry out the money, when you get very like Gangster, you get in the next thing you put a person in charge. I don't know what the meaning thinking about. I know the thing that bro, as soon as the Gangster carry that way, you get the
On the issue of Frank Musadi, why you guys getting a nod for? The current senators in the Liberian Senate, about 15 of them is saying that issue. So the way the Senate work is that when the issue go to committee room, there's a time limit set to every issues that is going to committee room. But Frank Musa Din letter came on the floor. Somebody suggested, somebody passed a motion that it should be sent to the committee room. We are any time. So the senators that will preside over that hearing, before it can be able to come to the floor.
It's going to be the Judiciary Committee headed by Vani Sharma.
It's going to be the Judiciary Committee.
Yeah.
And the Judicial Committee, you having Councillor Nathan Tiaji.
You having Delon on it too.
You having Delon
attached to it.
So when the Judicial Committee plan to bring that issue on the floor, what will happen is that the senators just need to just find a quorum to just stay away. The senators.
They others. For me, those people over there, that Senate, the people that are going out, those senators.
You can't trust those people because most of them are leaving. Most of them are leaving. Ladies and senators are leaving.
Liberian people voice out about the issue of Cabinet Janet. They brave their way.
Look,
it passed. Some
I
of
can
those appointments that we have problem with, they all pass.
I can tell you
Okay?
for the
The
fact that
LSCC,
the Councillor Musa Dean, I can tell you for a fact, Councillor
no,
Musa
that would
Dean,
be good for us, but just the
it
fact
will
that
not
we are
surface.
do that, just the fact that John Weah should even do what he's doing to manipulate the
Because
system,
because
to
you
try to
see
have behind
friends say
something, it's
that
just wrong.
Joe we are on December 13 issue an executive order 123 to say
Yeah.
that no appointment should be made in every government agency. But the
No
same
salary
that
increase, no
issue,
new
the
employment.
same that issue, the
The
same
man
that
said
issue,
the man said that no official of government should be able to travel.
and now the executive order are telling you about that. So, but the same when
The
appoint
Ghana
Musa Dean.
traveling.
The
But
man
people
said
traveling.
the constitution is higher than his executive order. That's what he said. I in charge, yo. I in charge. The man said the constitution is higher.
So let do our closing, my friend and brother Alpha Konoa. Let do your closing, and then
Well, again, I want to say thank you to you guys for having me tonight. Intermittently I show up here, but I hope that I can make this regularly so that we can coordinate and talk about the issues that matter. I want to say thank you for having me on the show tonight. I'm looking forward to a new beginning for Liberia in 2024. I'm looking forward to a government, a very responsible government that will seek the interests of the people. Look, Brother Abraham, those of us who come from large families, you will not believe that the hardship in Liberia, we who on the other side will feel it because you have telephone calls coming for school fees, telephone calls coming for
Moving for everything.
everything. So we want for Liberia to be better so our people can stop, move from in a begging mood and be independent. And that's what the people want. Liberian people are very proud people. It's just unfortunate that our government all the years have, robbed the people of their independence. You have only a few people. Look, come to think of it, Brother Abraham, you have one government official who won't be boss. Every day, everybody must say yes, sir, yes, sir, yes, sir to him. I know how they feel. I don't really know how the guys
Because
feel.
that's what they
But
want.
you have all your brothers and sisters coming to you to be asking you for hands out. You put boy in the street just because you will put a equals on the street. They be doing Amanda, Amanda, Amanda. At the end of the day, he get a tenner, Farah, Tona. Some money don't even have no hope of getting anything the next day. He just put them together. He make them to be beggars behind. It's so shameful. So I'm looking forward to a government that will be very responsible, that will take the people issue very seriously and move this country from where we are to a better place that we all can be proud of. Look, I would say the last thing. My wife was in Liberia between November and December. When she came back, you know what she told me? She said, "My man, in our country, everybody angry." I said, "What do you mean everybody angry?" She said, "I observed the woman beating her 10 year old for nothing. You will see people walking in the street just talking by themselves. The
Yep.
brother do nothing
Soliloquy.
to
I
the
did
woman.
that in literature.
The brother do nothing to the woman. She just beat it for some money. So it tells you about the anger in the people. You work on the money, you have no hope. As a father, as a mother, you don't have the first meal for your children in the morning. It's traumatizing. So we just hope that Joe Parker will come with responsible individuals who will put the country first and move off from where we are to a better place. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. My friend and brother Francis.
Okay. All we got to say, we got to keep the touch burning as Liberians. I'm very sure no condition lasts permanent or lasts forever. The philosophers say, tough times don't last, but tough people do. Liberians, let us sit and wait patiently. We have been waiting 176 years already gone. So the few 21 days left today for Joe Biden to take over as the next president, then we start to glean from there. Our hope, our prayer is this time around we'll not squander any opportunity because we are in the driver's seat. If this car get on any bumper and twist left or right, Joe Biden will be held responsible. And those of us in the media business, you know us already. We will remove the Unity Party cap and put it one side and put a Liberia cap on. And we'll do it the way we did it to George Weah. We can guarantee you that. Because you know why? Everything we're doing on the basis of our faith, almost all of us, there will come a time that we'll have headache. And when we have that headache and Talino cannot solve it, will be useless. In addition to that, we will die. Why should we own everything from the coffers of everybody? From the mouth of children for ourselves? When we build these homes for the 8 condominiums, if you were to live there, you can only live in one unit. And inside that one unit, you can only live in one room, a single room. And inside that single room, you only entitled to a bed, and that bed your body cannot cover up. And that's why we should share. We should be authentic. Nobody is saying you must be Jesus Christ or you must be perfect person, that you got no flaws. All of us have some problems. All of us got something in our closet. But leadership is a come from leading. You must lead and you must lead well. If you cannot lead well and you cannot do your job, we will not get tired. Thank God they are getting to understand now that John Lord theory is working. Once John Lord theory is working, we're not coming with Ginger and Rousseau to kill each other, okay? We will use the democratic system, we'll use the democratic principle, we'll use the democratic institutions to hold our leader accountable for their stewardship. And nobody will escape it. And thank God, prospective leader, Joe Biden, actually signed memorandum with some people because they said it. And signed the social contract with us too. That I will come there, I'd rather, look, it better I'm not here, but when I'm here, your cry must be heard. And this time around, I have the feeling that this time around, Liberia, even if we don't get to where we want to be, but we're going to have the pathway, the blueprint in project management, the blueprint, the plan to go there. So we want to say thank you plenty for following us. Thank you for your moral, your financial, your all the other things. Your contribution, but don't forget, April is coming. Our software needs to be renewed. Don't forget, it is coming. In addition to that, on behalf of the show, I know AB will do it on. Let me do my own. We want to say thank you plenty to all of you. And we want to wish you happy New Year. We hope and we pray that those of us, everything we're wishing for, the one we talk about, the one we not talk about, especially good health. Some people are at the hospital tonight. I know that for sure. Okay, because I live in small town. That all of our wishes will come true.
You gonna leave me?
The one we didn't get 2023, we pray that we'll get it this 2024. And if it is far off, we ask our God to bring it closer to our chest. So I want to say again, Happy New Year 2024 to all of you. On the business side, that tomorrow I will come tell you thank you, especially if you saw the calendar.
Yeah, I saw the calendar.
My resolution last year was to do better marketing. And that do better is working. You see this? Look how you laughing. You see this? This is KMC. I know y'all can see it. So God answer my prayer. My resolution I made I'm improving. I ask my God to give me more wisdom, to give me more energy, to give me more time and patience to be able to do something of mine. Something that I can even be sleeping when you knock me like that, I will tell you.
Thank you.
My prayer this year, 2024, is to go further step to get off the white man crack. That's the prayer. I want to make a resolution because it's a little bit bigger, right?
Thank you.
Tomorrow, thank you.
Ask me, will you forsake me because of my condition? This girl looks high, oh mama, with big drop of tears in her eyes. Said, oh mama, you are the most beautiful woman I know. Mama, you're so beautiful. Mama, you're so fine, mama. So I thank God for you.
Let me say thank you to all
Few
of
seconds, very few seconds. You know, tonight we didn't even pass 53, right? You know what happened? Liberians abroad and in Liberia were just super annoyed and angry with George Weah. George Weah gone, he considered the project relaxed. They said, look, we had something on our heads, it just went down.
Mama, Mama, thank God for you. Mama,
let me say thank you to our many listeners. And let me say thank you to all of our contributors. Even those who say thank you to all of our viewers. 2023, it was a beautiful year. It was horrible for some of our viewers. But hey, trust me, 2024 will be a better year for you and your family. And we wish you many, many more years to come, that you may see your great-grandchildren as we go on to watch 2024. For the talk show, we were here, we will remain here, and just so you know, when we have a burning issues, we'll bring it to our Liberian people. Trust me, God's willing, we will be back. Bye-bye for now.
oh, I thank God for you. Baba, I thank God for you. Even